Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Floyd Dobb Field here on the campus of Milledgeville High School. I'm Kyle Leach, joined by Mark Macomb. And Big Mac, it is a picture-perfect day for playoff football here at Floyd Dobb Field.
If you drew it on a calendar, I don't think you could draw it any nicer here. There's no breeze. The sun is out. It's just gorgeous. The field looks in great shape. I mean, it's all the makings for a great game this afternoon.
Yep, we're here. That Orangeville game seems like longer than a week ago.
It did, and I think maybe some of that was because it was a Friday night game, and so that made it a little bit different.
Yep.
And it was kind of a chilly fall night last Friday night, but yes, this is true playoff football here. It's Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock, and the sun's out, and it's a beautiful fall afternoon.
Yep, the Friday football game was fun on first Friday playoff game we've had in a while, but yeah, this has the feel of playoff football. There's something special about a Saturday afternoon home football playoff game.
I agree, and to me it almost gets a little bit like a college football atmosphere, is because people have all day to kind of tailgate and maybe grill something and have something to drink, and it's all a build-up to the game here. So, yeah, it's a totally different feeling here, but awesome environment we're going to have today.
Yep, field's in good shape, and yeah, great crowd on hand. I know some are still in the vehicles, a little earlier arriving crowd than last Friday, and much warmer than that game last Friday, but both sidelines starting to fill in, the hill circled with cars, so it's always a great atmosphere at Floyd Dobb Field here in Milledgeville.
It is, and small-town high school football, Milledgeville, no exception here. It's just kind of a special place here that the whole community is here. So it's awesome event to be at and participate for the young men.
Yep, and this should be a great one here today. We got two premier 8-man programs. These two Polos, they've been what you look for in 8-man football. They've been the ones that ever since they've been in there, they've reached the semifinals every year. You got two great communities that support their football programs. You got two elite head coaches, Coach Alston, Coach Roble, and their staffs. I think two of the better staffs in 8-man football as well. This just sets up for a great matchup, and a matchup that has never happened in playoff history, Mac. That is unbelievable to me that Polo and Milledgeville have never met in a playoff game.
I mean, I think you could stump most people on that trivia question, when was the last time they played, because it is unbelievable to think that these two programs haven't met at somewhere along the line here. Both programs have been very successful, so it's just incredible to think that they've never met.
Yeah, great. Both programs, good football history, 10 miles apart, and never met in a postseason game. They came close, I know, a number of times where it was the last couple of years in 8-man football, the missiles have stumbled before they would have got to Polo. This year they meet in the second round, and like I said, I think the last, maybe in 08, I think they could have met in the semifinals, and Polo got beat in the quarters the week before. So they've been close, but this time we get to see it right here on the field, and a matchup that I called for, and I think we were week 3 in Polo with Kurt Folk on the call when the Milledgeville won 58-22. I said I'd love to see Nye and Salto one more time, just because we thought maybe that was going to be the last time seeing. And those are two of the premier 8-man quarterbacks, 8-man athletes that we've had in the area, Mac, or in the whole state.
Yeah, no, exactly. And these are the two teams that they've kind of been the gold standard both programs here in the 8-man, when they both took the jump into 8-man, that the success carried over from the 11 into the 8-man, and now they've both come to the playoffs here, and it'll be interesting here. You know, this has been a rivalry game probably longer than you and I have been calling games here.
Yes.
So, you know, they call it the Blacktop.
Battle of the Blacktop.
Battle of the Blacktop. That's exactly right, Kyle. So that's interesting here that they're just first time they're going to meet. And I think these games are really special because you go through a playoff run in the journey, there'll be different games that you have a lot of memories. And I think this today will be one of those types of games where there's a lot of memories played out.
Yep, like I said, Battle of the Blacktop, there is a traveling trophy involved, but that is saved just like the wooden shoe that'll come back in Fulton Morrison next week. They have a traveling trophy, but that's just the regular season. That's not a playoff trophy. That's just a regular season matchup, so that'll stay in Milledgeville no matter the outcome of today. But, yeah, you'll have bragging rights for sure getting the first ever playoff victory, one of these teams here today, Mac.
Well, I think that rivalry thing is awesome here. You get two small towns here that, if rivalry is done correctly, it brings out the best in both sides of the ball. So today's a great example of what a rivalry game's about.
Looked like Missiles won the opening toss and deferred to the second half. Polo will receive, so we'll go over the starting lineups first for the Polo Marcos on offense. Brock Salto, a 6'3", 180-pound senior quarterback. Running back, D'Angelo Fernandez, a 5'9", 160-pound senior. Halfback, Gage Lee, Wing-back there, Gage Lee. H-back, 5'7", 140-pound senior. Tight end, Landon Brooks, 6'1", 185-pound senior. Tight end, Nathaniel Yingling, a 5'11", 165-pound senior. Jeffrey Donaldson in at guard, 6 foot 230 junior. Center, Jacob Monaco, 6'2", 195-pound senior. And guard, Alex Albano, a 5'10", 185-pound senior. Now for the missiles on offense here tonight. We got this afternoon, Connor Nye, 5'10", 190-pound senior. Running back, Connor Johnson, 5'11", 160-pound sophomore. Micah Tom Smith at fullback, a 5'11", 180-pound junior. Tight ends, we got Carter Livingood, a 5'11", 185-pound sophomore. And Bryce McKenna, 5'8", 160-pound senior. Guards are Dalton Adamek, a 6 foot 200-pound junior. The other guard, Jacob Promenchenko, 5'9", 190-pound senior. And the center is Bruce Raymond, 5'11", 240-pound senior. Defensively, for the Marcos, we got Landon Brooks at defensive end, defensive tackle Jeffrey Donaldson, defensive tackle D'Angelo Fernandez, defensive end Jacob Monaco, linebacker Gage Lee, linebacker Brock Salto, cornerback Gage Ziegler, quarterback Noah Dewey. And for Marcos, head coached by Ted Alston, assisted by Jesse Culbertson, Jeff Barger, Matt Scholl, and Cliff Bardell. For the Missiles defensively, the line is Dalton Adamek and Carter Livingood. Linebackers, Micah Tom Smith, Spencer Nye, Connor Nye. Linebacker, Wyatt Miners, 5'6", 140-pound senior. Bryce McKenna, the other linebacker. And Connor Johnson, the defensive back, 5'11", 160-pound sophomore. Head coached by Jason Roble, assisted by Brad Grenoble, Austin Caravia, Calvin Wilkins, Cameron Dautine, and Ryan Kendall. Both teams start 6 players both ways, Mac, and yeah, this should be an excellent one. It's going to come turnovers, I think. Early moment turnovers.
What are your keys to the game, Kyle? I was looking through the paperwork here and thinking about things leading in today, and I had a few keys, and just curious what your keys might be.
My two are turnovers, 2-point conversions. That's my big 2 keys of the game. What do you got?
Well, I think more Nye. I think Connor Nye he's set up to have a really big game. He's an elite athlete here, and I think today could be the day that he really shines. He shined all season here, and this could be no exception. And I think for the Marcos, the key for them is we've been here. So act like we've been here. Yeah, they lost earlier in the season, but they've been here. They've been down the path. They've got kids that have been involved deep into the playoffs. So the experience bug is on their side to help them.
All right, we're going to cut away for the national anthem. We'll be back for the kickoff right here on your sports leader, WCCI. Welcome back here to Floyd Dobb Field. Kyle Leach joined by Mark Mackenberg here. Quarterfinal matchup. We're already in the quarterfinals in 8-man. We're a round ahead of the 11-man playoffs, Mac, as these two teams, winner most likely goes, well, if Milledgeville wins, they most likely go to Amboy. It'll be either at Amboy or at Flanagan next week. Polo wins, they'll get a home game with either. Just the way they do it, it's the fewer, if you've had less home games than the other team, they would get it, or by seeding if you've had the same amount. So Milledgeville and Amboy have the same amount, so it would be down in Amboy next year, or next week. Polo would host either Flanagan or Amboy next week. Other 8-man games are St. Thomas More at Ridgewood, Martinsville at Pawnee, and then Flanagan at Amboy. 1A games, Forreston at Lena, Morrison at Anawan-Weathersfield, Stark County Rova, Aurora Christian at Chicago Hope, Camp Point Central at Hardin Calhoun, Leroy at Althoff Catholic, Salt Fork at Cesar Valier, and Casey Westfield at Greenfield Northwestern. That Forreston-Lena matchup, that sticks out to me in that one. That's
another hotly contested game here that has a lot of rivalry. For many years, they played each other in the playoffs. So we're in a unique one, though, Kyle, without a playoff history here between these two.
Yep, a little cozy up here in the booth today. 3 radio stations here today, so we bumped up a level with our clock operator, Kevin Anderson. Dewey over there, Therrell Anderson. So long-time guys that have been doing the clock and PA announcing here at Milledgeville. So we're up a level. Big radio, I believe, down below, Q102, and the Polo radio station, 90 WLLT, 94.3. It's a big game when 3 radio stations.
It is a big game in a small little town here, and our crow's nest is to capacity today.
As Marco's on the field waiting on the missiles. The missiles will be kicking off to start this ball game, and both crowds will let a cheer out here. Great atmosphere at Floyd Downfield here for this one here today. The Marcos and the Missiles for the first time in their history meeting in the playoffs here this afternoon. D'Lo Fernandez back to receive the kick. Connor Nye set to kick off. What are you calling, a squib? Onside or going to go deep here,
I think
Matt?
we're going to go deep here. I think we're going to go deep here. But as soon as I say that, it looks like the Marcos have really moved everybody up and just one lone back.
So nice, set to toe it up here.
D'Angelo Fernandez, the lone guy way back there standing at about the 10-yard line.
And we are ready. The kick is on its way, and it's going to be kind of a squib right through the middle. Fernandez is going to field it about his 22. Fernandez gets some good blocks, going to return it up across the 30 near the 34-yard line. 33, 34. 12 yards on the return. We'll see this Marco offense led by Mr. Everything, Brock Salto.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Marcos.
284 yards passing on the year, over 1,000 yards rushing, and just about 400 yards receiving. So Salto does a little bit of everything here for the Marcos. Going to come out of the shotgun formation. Double tight end set with a wing back there. Wing to the left. Salto's first carry. Going to be a run off the left side, and short gain, maybe about 1. Bryce McKenna, Micah Tom Smith on the stop. So that's what he'll do. He'll get 1 or 2 yards, and then boom, he'll break one, Mac. He is lightning in a bottle. 2nd down and 9, ball on the Missiles 35-yard line. Missiles in their all black helmets, black jerseys, black pants, polo, gold helmets, white jerseys, navy blue pants. Orange lettering, orange numbers, orange trim, and white. Salto shotgun formation. Fernandez to his left. Going to be the Wildcat formation. Just a straight run to the left, and he's going to be strung out. It'll be another short game. Bryce McKenna was the first one there, as long as Connor Johnson. Gain 3 on that one. Going to bring up 3rd down and 6 here for the Marcos.
Great job of McKenna there, shedding the blocker there and getting to Salto there.
From the 38.
For little or no gain. What do you, about a 3rd and 7?
Yep, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6 here, it looks like. Yeah, 3rd and 6. Ball on their own 38-yard line. No play call. Good crowd. Both hands. The Hills field. Both sidelines are filled. It's a picture-perfect day for football here this afternoon. Shotgun formation once again for Salto and the Marcos. Salto gonna take it and gonna fake it up the middle, and he's gonna have a first down and more. There he goes. He's gonna break it, and does anybody catch him? I don't think so. Salto's gonna go for a touchdown. 62 yards. Salto up the left side. They just did a little play action there, a little read option, Mac, and untouched.
Really
Salto.
nothing fancy there from the Marcos there, but the Missiles there just didn't read it well there, and as you said, pretty much untouched there. Once he got to that sideline out in the clear there, as you said, he's Mr. Everything, and he used his legs there to get to the house.
Yep. So that kid is lightning in a bottle. 62-yard run for Salto and the Marcos. They strike first here. 10:15 to go in the opening quarter. The all-important two-point conversion now. Dewey is checked in. Salto shotgun formation. Fernandez to his right. Salto gonna take the snap. Now rolls to a left. He's got a man open. Just gonna flip it up, and it's dropped. Boy, he had it. He had two guys over there, Mac, but Yingling couldn't come down with it. Two-point conversion, no good. 10:15 to go in the opening quarter. Polo 6, Milledgeville 0. We'll be back on Air Sports Leader WCCI after this 30-second timeout.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
Welcome back here to Floyd Dobb Field. The Marcos strike first. Brock Salto, 62 yards, and the Marcos lead 6-0. Now towing it up is going to be Kaysen Allen here for the Marcos. Back deep is Micah Tom Smith. Beware the onside here. Polo likes to do that quite a bit as well. 3rd and 6 back, and Salto, like I said, one missed tackle, and I'm not sure even anybody touched him.
He had a pretty clear path there. Once he got to the sideline, he really turned on the accelerator.
Going to be a short squib kick to Spencer Nye, going to receive about his 30. Now he backtracks to the 28, looking for a block. Across the 35, up near the 40-yard line. Nice return there by Spencer Nye. Missiles will have it for their first series. I'd like to give a shout-out to Waster Farms. I know they're listening today. Bobby Unkin running the grain cart. Tom Plogue in the truck. Marv, Drew, the combine operator. They're combine operators. I was told that. Ray and John. They're not combine drivers. They're combine operators.
Okay. So now that we got that cleared up.
And all the other local farmers listening today as well. We appreciate you guys. Nye, shotgun formation. Johnson to his right. Nye takes a snap. Rolls to his right. Going to be pressured. Going to try to run out of it, but going to be a short gain. Gets one. Polo did a good job in coverage there. He had nothing downfield. Tucked it and ran. Picked up a yard.
Well, now he really had to work hard there, scrambling there, and I probably fortunately just got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a 1-yard gain, but be interesting here if the Missiles try to establish a ground game or they're going to use Nye's legs as their ground game.
My brother Mike Leach making the hauling propane to the farmers as well. He said, hey, I'm listening. Appreciate you too there, Mike.
He's been busy, man.
2nd 9, Micah Tom Smith with the run. Another short gain, and they flag.
Usually in the,
hold on the Missiles. So, boy, not a great start here for the Missiles. Now they're going to be facing 2nd and long. Going to be about 2nd and 19 here.
10-yard penalty.
I'm not sure.
Make it 2nd down and 18.
I'm not sure if Polo actually led in that first matchup. The Missiles scored first. Might have been tied, but I don't think Polo actually ever led in that game. Won the Missiles 58-22, but we expect a much closer game here this afternoon. I formation, 2nd and 19 for the Missiles. Nye going to be tossed to Tom Smith. Tom Smith has some blockers out in front. Going to get a good chunk. Up near, gets most of the penalty yards back. Going to gain about 8. Going Going to be 3rd and 11 now for the Missiles. Under 9 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Missiles have a 3rd and 11, ball on their own 38-yard line. Breaks the huddle here. Looks like going to go empty back set, shotgun formation. Living good at it, tight end. 3 to the. Now they're going to move sides. Got plenty of time to get the play off. Reverse the field here. 3 to the left, shotgun formation for 9. Gonna snap it. 9. Gonna look deep here. Gonna air it out deep to Micah Tom Smith. And he's got it! Mike inside the 10 all the way down to the 6-yard line. What a throw by Nye. Good coverage there by Lowry, but better catch by Micah Tom Smith there, Mac.
Great job by Micah Tom Smith there. It was almost like Nye was just waiting and waiting because he wanted him to get deep into the one-on-one coverage there, and Micah Tom Smith just comes up with the ball there. He waited under it like a center fielder there and comes up with it inside the red zone here. First opportunity here for the Missiles to strike and score.
1st and goal for the Missiles, 55 yards, Nye to Micah Tom Smith. 1st and goal, ball on the 7-yard line. It's like a double tight end set, shotgun formation. Wing to the left. Nye going to take the snap, just going to run it right up the middle. And he's going to be inside the 5, pushing down near the 3-yard line. Gain of about 4.
Tackled by Lowry Santo. Now 2nd and goal from the 3.
2nd and goal, down to the 3-yard line. Now he gets a play call from Coach Grenoble, walks back to the huddle. Marco 6, Milledgeville 0, 7:23 and counting in this opening quarter. Eric Miller, thank you for listening as well. Another farmer out there this afternoon. Split back formation. Nye under center. Gonna keep it around the left end. Now he tucks it, tries to get to the middle, lunges for the goal line. In for a missile! Touchdown! Nye lunges at the last second. They signal touchdown, but now we have the other official coming over.
Looks like they're going to huddle up here, and looks like they
say touchdown.
They're going to agree.
There it is. Yep, the other, they had a conference. The one right in the middle signaled touchdown. So Nye goes 3 yards for the missile touchdown. Polo did a good job. He wanted to get to the edge, Mac, but he's seen nothing there and then just cut right up the middle.
He did a nice job of cutting back there as the defense kind of over-pursued there and allowed Nye to cut back against the grain there and find a seam to get into the end zone. So here probably one of our bigger plays of the first half up to this point here is this all-important 2-point conversion.
Yep, double tight end set, I formation behind Nye. Nye takes a snap, going to hand it to Spencer Nye, and he is in. 2-point conversion, good. Drag Salto into the end zone. 7:06 to go here in this opening quarter. Milledgeville 8, Polo 6. We'll be back on your sports leader WCCI for the 62nd
When we were
timeout.
trying to get pregnant, we were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Fernandez back for
Welcome back to Floyd Dobb Field. 8-6 Milledgeville after each possession, and each team has answered the bell here early in
Yes,
this
they
one.
have, exactly, and we might have a shootout here, and who has the ball last, the way those first 2 drives went for both teams. So be interesting here if the pace slows down, but at least early on here we've got kind of a fast-paced scoring game.
There's the onside squib kick. Nye gonna be recovered by Mumford. Up across the 45 to the 46. Good field position here for the Marcos to start their second possession. Joe Letty listening as well. He's not a farmer, but we appreciate Joe as well. Joe, be on call if we got any referee questions. You're going to be my go-to. Scott Sutherland is officiating a game, our other phone-a-friend ref. Said Miller Farms, Eric Miller listening. Mike Leach, you said it's about time Mike worked. He hadn't been doing much lately.
Yeah, that guy's been busy.
1st and 10 for the Marcos. Ball on their own 46-yard line. Kind of the Wildcat offense here with Salto, the running quarterback. He will throw out of it as well. Salto, Fernandez to his left, wing to the right. Gonna hand it to Fernandez, his first carry, and gonna get 2, maybe 3. Give him 3 there for Fernandez.
Gain of 3. It's now 2nd and 7 from the 49.
2nd down and 7. Ball on their own 49-yard line. 6:40 to go here in the opening quarter. Milledgeville 8, Polo 6.
Well, Milledgeville's implementing like this 2-5 defense here, and it's kind of interesting here, but I think they want to utilize it and blitz out of it at times is what their mindset is if they can get an open lane.
Yep, confuse the lineman a little bit. Salto, shotgun formation, going to be a run off the right side. Now he cuts up the middle, going to have a 1st down and more. Salto, gain 10 yards, 1st and 10 for the Marcos.
Gain of 10 on the play. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 41.
So that kid is something special. These 2 quarterbacks. Salto, a good regular season player all year, but boy, the last few years, he's really stepped it up come playoff time. Fernandez out, Dewey in for the Marcos. Now looks like they're going to a 3-man line here, Mac, the Missiles.
Yeah, I think that's key is you want to change that up against a team like the Marcos here, which just really show you a lot of different looks.
Double wing this time, shotgun forward. Salto, fake to Dewey. Salto going to keep it up the middle. Raymond made the initial contact, then a host of others, gain of 1.
Salto, the ball carrier.
So already 5 carries early in the ball game. 5 of the 6 carries gone to Salto. 5:35 and counting in this first quarter. Milledgeville 8, Polo 6. A beautiful afternoon here at Floyd Dobb Field. 2nd down. Actually giving 2 on that last one. 2nd down and 9, or 2nd down and 8. Now they've gone back to the 2-man. So Coach Roble changing his defenses up here. Run a 2-5, 3-4. Salto. Shotgun formation, gonna give it to Dewey. Dewey off the left side, and he's gonna be cut down there by McKenna for a gain of about 3. Gonna bring up 3rd and 5.
3-yard gain in the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 5.
Oh, McKenna there with almost a picture textbook tackle there. He just really did a nice job of attacking the legs there and wrapping.
Dewey, another lightning quick kid, one of the area receiving leaders in the area. Now missiles back, Raymond in, Miners out. 3rd down and 5 here. This is 4-down territory. They're into Missiles territory on their own, the Missiles 36-yard line. Wildcat formation once again for Salto and the Marcos. Salto gonna take the snap. Now he looks to run. Got some room off the right. Gonna be short by about a yard. Gets 4. Believe he's short. We'll see. It's gonna be close.
Yeah,
yep.
But I think you're exactly right, Kyle. It's going to be 4-down territory here, so opportunity here for the Missiles defense to rise up against the Marcos.
4th down and 1, so we got to watch the ball. The Missiles had a silly penalty last week, jumping. So 4th down and 1 for the Marcos. Ball on the Missile 32-yard line. Salto breaks the huddle here. 3:40 to go in this opening quarter. Wildcat formation, Fernandez to the right of Salto. Salto gonna keep, and he's met, but he's gonna lunge forward, he's gonna have it. Didn't get it by much, but he got just enough. 1st and 10 for the Marcos, ball on the Missile 30-yard line. 3:25 to go in the ball game. In the first quarter, 8-6, Milledgeville on top. Both teams scored on their opening possession. The Marcos driving here again. 9-1 Milledgeville, 8-2 Polo. I said probably two of the 4 best teams in 8-man.
Exactly. Both these teams deserve to be here, and both teams honestly deserve to advance. compared to some of the other teams around.
Going to be a handoff to Fernandez. Fernandez got some room off the right side. Another nice gainer. He's going to gain about 4.
Fernandez, the ball carrier. Tackled by Connor Nye and Micah
Connor Nye and Tom Smith on the stop here for the
30-yard
Missiles.
gain of place now, 2nd down and 6 from the 26.
Good holes opening up here by the Marco offensive line here. We mentioned that last week. The Broncos kind of had their way with the Missiles in the trenches in the first half of that game, and then the second half it was a different story. Again, double tight end set. Fernandez off to the left side of Salto. Salto takes a snap, gonna fake it to Fernandez, and now cuts back up the middle, twisting around, gonna be close to another first down, be about a yard short. Gain of about 4 more.
It's going to be 3rd down and 1.
3rd down and 1.
21.
Ball on the Missiles 21-yard line. Under 2 minutes to go here. It's a very impressive ground.
Very
Ground to
methodical.
ground, yes.
Just very methodical. They're just kind of just doing basically 2 or 3 plays and just moving them left or right. But up to this point, nothing too original.
Blocknell, the big running back in there next to Salto this time. Salto gonna keep off the right, and he's gonna fall forward. Gonna have the first down again, tripped up by Spencer Nye, but he picks up 2. Another first down here for the Marcos.
2-yard gain of play. It's going to be first
Inside the red zone here, about the 19-yard line, just inside the 20. 1st and 10 for the Marcos. We're down to a minute 25 here in this opening quarter.
Yeah, those ball control type style that Marcos are doing to really choose away at that clock here. We've seen here in this.
Yep,
just the second possession of the game for the Marcos, and
yep, they say what Orangeville did, keep the ball out of the Missiles' hands. 1st and 10 for the Marcos. Shotgun formation once again for Salto. Fernandez to his left. Salto gonna hand it to Fernandez. Fernandez cuts back. Short gain, maybe 1.
by Connor Nye.
Gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. Have to be on 1 more play at least here this first quarter, down to the final 40 seconds. Amboy up 16-7 over Flanagan early down there in Amboy. Second down and 9. Marcos break the huddle. Dewey's now checked in. He's on the right side. He goes in motion from right to left. Going to hand it to Dewey. Dewey off the left side. And he's going to be tackled for a short gain there by Nye and both Nyes. Will Johnson.
Connor Johnson.
Gain about 2. Going to bring up 3rd and 7 there for Dewey. And that's going to do it here for the first quarter. After 1, Milledgeville 8, Polo 6. We'll be back on Air Sports Leader WCCI after the 60-second timeout.
I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
Welcome back here to Floyd Dobb Field. Kyle Leach on Air Sports Leader WCCI. Good opening quarter, Mac, 8-6.
yeah, well played, and also very entertaining here. But the Missiles need to rise up here on defenses. The Marcos have kind of gotten into just a rhythm here where they've slowed the game down, and it's just basically ground control game here. So the Missiles need to come up with a big defensive play. But if you're the Marcos, continue to do what you're doing. You're moving the ball efficiently and chewing up the clock.
3rd and 7, ball on the Missiles' 17-yard line. Shotgun formation once again for Salto. Fernandez to his left. Gonna fake it to him. Now they're gonna throw out of it. And he's gonna put it up, looking for 75. Pass falls incomplete. Tried a little trickery there to get somebody sleeping, not covering 75, Mac, but they did a good job.
Yeah, the ball was uncatchable. It was out the back of the end zone there, but you're exactly right, Kyle, there. A little play action there and kind of a rollout there. And Missiles did a nice job of covering.
Big play here in this ball game. 4th and 7, ball on the Missiles, 17-yard line. Yingling going to come out. Coach Alston taking his time getting this play calling in here.
I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe. No, I thought maybe he might call a timeout here, knowing the importance of this play here. But looks like he's got a play dialed in. And
see what they pull out of the hat here. Down to 2, down to 1. They're going to have to take a timeout. We'll just keep it right here on your Sports Leader WCCI. We don't want to miss any of this action. Coming out of the timeout, 4th and 7. Polo takes their first timeout.
And they were running, the play clock was winding down under 3, so they had to call the timeout there, get the delay game call. So good call there by the Marcos staff there to.
Morrison and Anawan Weathersfield scoreless after 1. Dupac and Stillman tied at 7 early in that one. Shout out to my dad who's listening as well, as he always does. Appreciate that. So 11:53 here. Like I said, big key play here. This one we could talk about later in the game here, Mac.
Yeah, exactly. And I think both staffs realize that the key moment here is we want to get this right and get the right personnel and get everybody covered so we get the correct matchups.
Yep, the game of chess between the two coaches here. Coach Alston, Coach Roble. So going to see some type of play action, I'm guessing, but boy, I would have a hard time taking it out of Salto's hands. But
I would
It's going to be either a run or a throw from him, but yeah, I would lean on him running the ball. But they could. Missiles got to stay home, do their assignments here as well. Both teams break the huddle here. 4th and 7, ball on the Missiles 17-yard line. Salto's going to be a wide receiver this time. Looks like Carter Meridian in at quarterback. Shotgun formation, Dewey and Salto to the right here. Dewey goes to the left, and now Meridian going to throw it up, and Meridian going to be pressured. He's going to be sacked in the backfield. Living Good gets his 11th sack of the year. Adamak in there as well. The Missile's going to stop, but we got a flag. We got a hold here on the Missiles.
Oh, that could kill the momentum the Missiles gained there with that big sack. And it is.
Boy, they got Johnson maybe holding Salto there. Boy, oh boy, a big flag there goes in the way of the Marcos. Missiles' second penalty of the game. They get a 4th down stop, but Laundry on the field gets them a 1st down.
Well, the penalty bug bites you there big time if you're the Missiles.
The Polo coaching staff hollering from the flag from the get-go. They were hollering for it the last time. So now it's 1st and goal for the Marcos. Ball on the Missiles, 7-yard line.
That was a 10-yard penalty. It's now at the 7-yard line.
Salto back in at quarterback now. Double tight end set. H back to the right side.
Was there a malfunction there with the
Let's see here.
play clock? I'm not sure exactly here. The officials.
It's now 1st down from the 14.
No, it's from the 8. 1st and goal here from just inside the 8. Salto going to be quarterback keeper. Tries to get to left, and he breaks through, and Salto breaks a couple tackles and walks in for a Marco touchdown. Marco's got some help there, and they took advantage of it. They lead now here 12-8.
A little bit took out the air out of the Missiles there on that penalty after the big sack there and the penalty, and Marcos cash in on it and score here. So here again, the all-important 2-point conversion, 12-8 here.
Yep, Salto run up the middle and off the left side, broke a couple tackles. Into the end zone, 2-point conversion. Salto takes a snap, rolls to his right. Now he's going to tuck it and run, and he is in for the 2-point conversion. Just got in there, conversion good. 11:13 to go in this first half. Marcos 14, Milledgeville 8. We'll be back in 60 seconds on your Sports Leader WCCI.
MDH When we were trying to get pregnant, we were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Looking for top-notch local computer sales and repair services? Call Adams Experts in Quincy at 217-214-3423 for fast, friendly, and affordable assistance. We make technology work. That's Adams Experts, your go-to when your computer goes down.
Welcome back here to Floyd Dobb Field. Missiles received the kick. McKenna received it about the 35, got up to the 40. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Missiles. Their chance to answer back now here, Mac. Both teams, neither team, nobody's got to stop here yet today.
That's right. That's right. Kind of a low possession game here, so I think you need to value every time you have the ball offensively. You're going to have to, looks like we're going to have looks like there's going to be a sideline warning.
Sideline warning on the Marcos. You had mentioned, Mac, they've been in the ears of the official.
Yep, and obviously the official had heard enough, and that's going to be a sideline warning against the Marcos.
It's just a no penalty yardage, just a sideline warning. 1st and 10 for the Missiles, ball on their own 40-yard line. Nye under center, split backs Johnson and Micah Tom Smith in the backfield. Hand it to Johnson. Johnson off the left side. Gonna be met at the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that play. Be 2nd and 10. Now we got another flag here.
Not exactly sure what that's going to be.
Something
but
on the Marcos here.
Sportsman-like. Could be against the Missiles there, the way the Marcos were clapping, so I'm not exactly sure. They've huddled up here.
I think it's on Polo. I think there was some chirping or something said after.
Yes, you're exactly right.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Marcos.
So opportunity here for the Missiles, take advantage of a couple penalties.
So yeah, first penalty yardage of the game here against the Marcos. 15-yard penalty. Take it into Marco territory. 10:56 here to go in quarter number 2. Polo 14, Milledgeville 8. 1st and 10, ball on the Marco 45-yard line.
And a good job of officiating here.
Yep.
Let's get that stopped right here in the first half here, so late in the game here that doesn't become a big issue.
Nye under center, going to hand to Johnson off the right side. Johnson's got a crease, and Johnson looks to go. Johnson's inside the 30, down inside the 20 before he's knocked out of bounds by Salto. A big gain off the right side.
Well, nice job by Johnson there. Looked like there wasn't much there, but he did a nice job getting to the outside there and turned on the Jets.
26 yards for Johnson. 10:30 to go here in quarter number 2. Missiles back inside the Marcos red zone. Now going to go back under center. Could be an I formation behind him. Double tight end set. Missiles heading towards the school here, towards the west end zone. Just a quarterback keeper right up the middle. He's sniffed out by the Marcos. Short gain. 1, maybe 2. 56. Monaco on the stop. 2nd down and 8. That might have been just one of those calls there, Mac, where he sees something at the line as a scrimmage and just decides to keep it. Ball just inside the 18, close to the 17-yard line. Nye under center again. Spencer Nye, Tom Smith in the backfield. Nye going to pitch it to Tom Smith off the right side. Gain inside the 15, down near the 13.
Micah Tom Smith on the carry. Tackle by Brock Salto.
Gain of about 5. It'll be about 3rd and 4.
13-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Ball on the 13-yard line. 9:15 to go here. So you got 2 plays to get 4 yards here, Mac.
Yeah, nice momentum here. The Missiles really done a nice job offensively here. Kind of propelled by that.
I'm keeping it on the ground here.
I'm keeping it on the ground here. I'm bringing it to the left.
I formation, pitch to Tom Smith. Tom Smith running up the middle. He's going to be close to a first down, maybe a yard short.
Yeah, depending on the spot here.
Looks like he got to just inside the 10, be 4th and short.
3 on the play. It's going to be
4th and less than a yard here.
From the 10.
Big play here.
Yep, big play here. 4th and 10, ball on the 10. 8:35 and counting. I'm just quarterback sneak behind Raymond here.
Yeah, and fall forward.
Yep, but you know the Marcos are going to try to stack that up as well. Nye lunges forward, he's got it easily.
Connor Nye, the ball carrier.
Lunges near the 6.
Gave about 3.
About 4 yards on that gain.
The 6-yard line where it's going to be 1st and goal for the Missiles.
Great job by Raymond there, pushing the heat forward there, and Nye running right behind him.
So 1st and goal for the Missiles. Ball on their own on the Marco 6-yard line. Double tight end set. Split backfield in the backfield. Johnson and Tom Smith. Nye going to roll out, look to pass. Oh, we're going to have a hold here, Mac. And Nye's going to scramble, push out of bounds. But, boy, this is going to be a big call here. The Missiles are going to be back 1st and goal from the 17.
Yeah, those hurt, Kyle. Those really hurt, those holds. And just you're inside the red zone. You're inside the 10. And to get a hold there.
I stick to the ground game there. Get a call for a holding in the passing game.
Move the ball back to the 16-yard line where it's 1st and goal.
Be 1st and goal from the 16, I believe. Gives you a little more room to pass, but yeah, much longer way to go here. 1st and goal, ball on the Marco 16, under 8 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Nye under center, double tight end set. Johnson and Tom Smith in the backfield. Gonna hand it off to Tom Smith right up the middle. Gonna be down near the 10.
Micah Tom Smith, the ball carrier, tackled by Bill
Gain of
Lowry.
6. See, I'm still sticking to the ground. I know you're on
I'm with
16.
you. I'm with you. I'm staying on the ground here. It's been good to you. And just pick up chunks of yards. You don't have to get it all at once here, but just
3 downs to get 10 yards here.
Exactly. You don't have to get it all at once, but pick up 3 or 4 yards 3 times, 4 times, you'll be there.
2nd and goal for the Missiles. Ball on the Marco 10-yard line. Heading from east to west here at Floyd Dobb Field. Shotgun formation. Nye going to keep it up the middle. Nye's got some room. He's going to be inside the 5. Pyle still pushing. He's down near the 3. Maybe the 2. Down to the 2. He's 3rd and goal.
It's going to be 3rd and goal.
8 yards there for Nye. Do it again. Third and goal from the 2. 6:30 to go here in this first half. Polo 14, Milledgeville 8. Missiles trying to tie the score here. It's like split McKenna all the way to the right. Pistol formation for Nye. Johnson in the backfield behind him. As Coach Scholl running down, getting a timeout here. We'll just keep it right here on your sports leader WCCI. 6:13 to go in this one. Little surprise are going spread formation there, Mac.
Yeah.
So the Missiles do a lot, but a 3rd and goal from the 2.
I'm interested here. The officials have all come together here, and I think there's some discussion. I'm not exactly sure what it's about, but one official signaled Missiles timeout. Now another one says, no, it's going to be Polo timeout. That's the update.
I know. I seen the Coach Scholl running down, getting in that official's ear, but I didn't see it on the Missile side.
Yeah, we saw official, but I think the official will be Marco timeout here.
So 6:13 to go. Big series here. 3rd and goal for the Missiles 2. They were backed up all the way to their 16. Amboy up 24-7. Byron up 21-0. As both teams come back out here. 3rd and goal. Ball in the Marco 2-yard line. See if the Missiles change their play formation at all. They were spread pistol formation. Now looks like they go back under center. I formation behind Nye, Johnson, and Tom Smith in the backfield. Boy, Nye bobbled the snap, and the timing was all off on that. I'm not sure.
A little bit of a broken play there. It's probably just lucky the Missiles didn't turn the ball over there.
Yes,
but
Tom Smith did get the ball from him, but that was not good from the beginning.
Yeah, not
loss of 2 there for Tom Smith. Now it's 4th and goal from the 4.
Well, another big moment here in our first half here. Missiles desperately need to get in here, and they've worked hard enough, Kyle, here. They deserve to get in. I just feel they've put together a long drive.
Was that Nye that took the snap? Was he not in there that series?
No, Nye was in there.
Okay.
Nye took the snap and gave it off to Tom Smith. But
4th and goal from the 4. Nye under center. Going to do a quarterback read. Now pitches it to Johnson, but Johnson is not going to get there. The Barcos stopped the Missiles for a big series, and boy, the Missiles just did not get anything going once they had a 3rd and goal at the 2. They sniffed out the read option to the right. Nye pitched it to Johnson, and the Marcos get a huge stop in this game.
Ball's going to be spotted.
Loss of 1 there for Johnson.
Wow. Hats off to the Marcos there. They did a great job of making a defensive stand.
Yep, 1st and 10 for the Marcos, ball on their own 5-yard line. What a defensive stand there by the Marcos. Salto comes out of the huddle here. Wildcat formation, Fernandez to his left. Salto gonna hand it to Fernandez. Fernandez, a nice gain up the middle. He's out across the 10. Near first down yardage, gain of about 8. All the momentum the way of Polo right now here, Mac.
Yeah, Polo making big defensive stop there, and 5:05 left in quarter number 2, so still time on the clock here for the Marcos to walk down the field.
Yep, big series here. Missiles will get the ball to start the second half. Under 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Shotgun formation once again for Salto. Fernandez to his left side. 2nd down and 3. And now the Missiles are going to give them a free 5 yards. So Missiles coming undone here a little bit. Their 4th penalty already in the ball game as well for 35 yards. Be a 1st and 10 here for the Marcos. Ball on their own 23-yard line.
Ball's on the 18.
Or excuse me, 18-yard line. 1st and 10, ball on their own 18. So the Marcos, what they want to do is take about 4 more minutes and go 95 yards, or a total drive at 95 yards here, Mac. Salto shotgun formation. Salto fakes it to Fernandez, runs to the left side. He's got room, breaks a couple tackles. Another nice gainer.
Salto, the ball carrier,
Gain close to another 1st down. Trying to see where they mark it here. Not close, or not quite. Gain of about 8 there for Salto.
Gain of 8, it's now 2nd down and 2 from the 27.
2nd down and 2. Ball on the Marcos 27-yard line. 4:12 to go here in this first half. Polo 14, Milledgeville 8. Polo with a big defensive stand inside the 5-yard line here moments ago. Salto shotgun formation, gonna run it off the left side. Got a good block out there. Now breaking, twisting, tackled by Connor Nye. Fernandez had a good block leading the way. And he's up across the 40-yard line. Gain of 13 more for Salto and the Marcos.
Salto just he's kind of one-man wrecking ball here for the Marcos here.
Yep, this is what I seen him do a year ago against West Central.
He's getting some great blocks up front here, but yes, he gets out in the clear there, and he's tough to bring down.
Under 4 minutes to go here. 1st and 10 for the Marcos. Ball on their own 40-yard line. Salto once again. Shotgun formation. Fernandez to his right. And take it. Going to hand it to Fernandez, and he's stopped after gain of 2. Nye on the stop. Oh,
looks
now we get a flag on the Missiles.
Looks like that's going to be a late hit.
Or a late hit.
Yep.
There's a free 15 yards. Penalty number 5 here on the Missiles.
And the penalty bug has really, really hurt the Missiles. And the timing of the penalties, as we often talk about, has not been good.
15-yard penalty.
So mark it off 15 yards. They're inside Missile territory. 1st and 10 for the Marcos. Ball on the Missile 43-yard line. Someone's got to come up and make a play here for the Missiles. Salto's all alone and out of the shotgun formation. Dewey goes in motion. Gonna give it to Dewey on the sweep. Dewey. Short gain. Ball down. Ball came out but was down. Gain of 2 there for Dewey.
2-yard gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 from the 41.
2nd down and 8. Ball on the 41-yard line. Under 3 minutes to go. Great time-consuming drive here, Mac. They're doing whatever they want here on the offensive end at the moment.
Yeah, and I think if you're the Missiles here, you hope the first half can run out here before the Missiles.
Polo does just have the one timeout, I do believe. They have used 2. But, yeah, they should have plenty of time here because they can hurry it up if they need to. 2:35 to go. 2nd and 8. Ball on the Missiles 41. So hands to Fernandez. Fernandez going to have a good game. Boy, he almost broke it. Tackled by Johnson, but a gain of 11. They're at 1st and 10. Ball on the Missiles 30.
That was just one arm away from being 6 points for the Marcos there, but nice tackle by Johnson out there in the open field. But he breaks Johnson's tackle, he would have been gone.
1st and 10 for the Marcos. Ball on the Missile 30-yard line. 2:14 and counting here in quarter number 2. Marcos 14, Milledgeville 8. Salto, shotgun formation, fakes it to Fernandez. He's got some room out the right side. Down inside the 20, going to have another 1st down. Gain of 11 more.
Tackle by Connor Johnson. It's going to be 1st and 10 Marcos from the 19.
Salto up to 129 yards. 1st and 10 for the Marcos. Ball on the Missile 19-yard line. Clock does stop as he got out of bounds. 1:58 to go in this first half here. Yeah, the Marcos here, you don't want to score too quickly.
Yeah, we're under 2 minutes here, so yes, the Marcos.
Now they do wind the clock. It was stopped, but now they told the officials to wind it, so it does run here. Salto, shotgun formation, Fernandez to his left. Salto fakes it to Fernandez. Gonna look to jump outside, weaving in and out of tackles. Boy, he's down inside the 10. That kid is something to watch. Down about the 11, gain of about 9.
It's going to be 2nd down and 1.
9 more for Salto.
What do you have him unofficially for?
138 yards on 14 carries already. 1:20 to go here in this first half.
Pretty impressive first half here for that young man.
Salto, shotgun formation, Fernandez to his right. Oh, now the Marcos are going to move. False start here. Second penalty on the Marcos.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty and make it 2nd down and 6.
Well, if you're the Missiles, you want to use that there. That was, you get a free 5 like that.
Now 2nd down and 6 from just outside the 15-yard line, not quite to the, about 15 and a half. 1:05 to go and counting. 1 timeout left for the Marcos. Missile's going to have to think about using timeouts of their own here, Mac. It's getting, what do you do?
Yeah, what do you do?
Yep. Snap to Salto. Salto off the right side and down near the 10-yard line. I think he's close to a 1st down.
Down by Connor Johnson and Connor Nye at the 10-yard line.
Be 3rd and 1. Got the penalty yardage back. 5 more for Salto.
3rd and a yard. Timeout Polo.
Timeout.
2nd timeout.
Polo. So maybe they did grant the first one, the other one to Milledgeville. So 36 seconds remaining here. We'll just keep it right here on Area Sports Leader WCCI. We're close to our halftime break. So big series here, Mac. It's 3rd and 1, so they can get a 1st down. But I guess we were told that's just their 2nd timeout.
Yeah, I think this is huge for the Missiles.
Oh, yep, sorry there, Mac. I cut you off. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, Polo with 1 timeout now still remaining. The first one was granted to the Missiles down at that end of the field.
Yeah, there was some confusion on that last timeout who was awarded to, but we just got word here that it did get awarded to the Missiles. So the Marcos do have 1 timeout remaining here before half.
3rd and 1. So, yeah, they can get a 1st down here just by gaining a yard. And then they'll have to go, which the time will stop to set the chains.
This is huge momentum here, Kyle, if the Missiles can make a stop here. What's huge momentum for the Marcos here if they can go in half
up
with
2
the scores?
Yep. Shotgun formation for Salto and the Marcos. Fernandez to his left, H-back on the left side as well. Boy, but Polo got away with movement. Now we got flags, late flags here. Maybe a hold here. Illegal shift. Illegal motion, yep.
Illegal motion against the Marcos.
Well, the good news if you're the Missiles is it marches them back 5 yards. The bad news is the clock stops.
5-yard penalty. Put the ball back.
So 31 seconds left till half, and
Third down and 6.
So 3rd down and 6, ball be back near just outside right on the 15.
the Marcos here. This is a golden opportunity to get a score here.
Oh.
I think you're really going to want to get one in here any way possible.
3rd and 6, ball in the Missile 15-yard line. Marcos huddle up, now they come out of it. Wildcat formation for Salto and the Marcos. Fernandez to his left. Salto gonna drop back to pass, and he's gonna throw it to Dewey, and that one's incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. It's now 4th down.
So now 4th and 6. Last time here we had the big penalty. The Missiles got a stop on a quarterback sack, but the Missiles got called for a hold. Now it's 4th and 6 from the 15. I wouldn't be surprised if Meridian comes in at quarterback again and they put Salto out for the pass here, Mac.
Yeah, I saw him working on here about 15 minutes ago. They were working on the center, and Meridian were working on shotguns. So
Yep, Meridian is in. Salto's going to be a wide receiver here. 4th and 6, ball on the Missile 15-yard line. Big play here. Salto split all the way to the right. Dewey in the slot. Dewey goes in motion. Meridian takes a snap. They're going to air it out to Salto, and he comes down with it. Salto in double coverage, rises up for the touchdown catch. That was just the guy wanting it more than the defender there. Salto, 15-yard reception from Meridian.
a unique twist there. They bring in a left-handed quarterback, Meridian, there, and find Salto.
What a big play there by the Marcos. 20 seconds remaining here in this first half. They now are up 2 scores and trying to make it 16 points here. 20-8. They're trying to make it 14 points. 20-8 here. They score 20 seconds remaining. Meridian shotgun formation. Fernandez to his left. Salto in the slot to the left. Meridian takes it, gonna roll. Still rolling, throws it up. Pass falls incomplete. 2-point conversion, no good. 20 seconds remaining here in this first half. Polo 20, Milledgeville 8. Back on the Area Sports Leader WCCI for the 60-second timeout.
Ryden Farm Supply, located in the heart of Walnut Grove and in business since 1974. Ryden Farm Supply can meet all your needs for LP seed, fertilizer, and farm chemicals. Their LP service is unmatched in this area. Customer service is one of their specialties. Give them a call today at 309-772-3121.
Welcome back here to Floyd Dobb Field. The second quarter been owned by the Marcos here, Mac. It was 8-6 Milledgeville after one, but 14 straight points after a defensive stand. The Marcos go 95 yards, Mac.
Yeah, the time-chewing drive there. 21 seconds left till halftime here. Marcos kicking off here.
Yep, Allen set to toe it up. Tom Smith back deep for the Missiles. Just waiting for the official to blow it ready. He has. Now Allen toes it up. Squib kick caught there by Living Good. As Missiles have 20 seconds with 2 timeouts here, Mac. With the aerial attack, you got to think they're going to take a few shots here.
I sure would think so, but, coaches get kind of funny about that. This can...
You never want the pick six or something.
The goofy things that happen when you're trying to do something, you're pressing a little bit.
So 1st and 10, 20.4 seconds remaining. Missiles have a 1st and 10 ball on their own 49-yard line. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Empty shotgun formation for Nye and the Missiles. I'm going to Living Good here.
I'm going to Tom Smith. He
Salto's
made a big
just gonna
catch
be down-
earlier in the half.
Back deep playing safety. Nye going to throw it out. Nope, now he's going to tuck it and run. He's got to get out of bounds, and he does after picking up about 10, 11 yards on the play. Still 2 timeouts remaining. Got time for maybe 2 plays here, Mac. 1st and 10, ball on the Marco 40-yard line.
I like the Tom Smith down the center of the field there we had earlier in the half there. If he can get one-on-one coverage.
All right, gets a call from Coach Grenoble. 1st and 10, ball on the Marco 40-yard line.
And if it falls incomplete, the clock stops.
13 seconds remaining. Yep. So if it's short of the change, you use your timeout quickly here. 3 to the left. Single tight end set. Nye, shotgun formation, drops back to pass. Now going to roll to his left. He's going to air it out deep. Nye going up for Tom Smith, but it's over his head, incomplete. 6.4 seconds remaining. So 1 play remaining here. Unless you do something real short and try to get a few more yards and take a timeout here. But
I think you take another shot at the end zone here,
Yep.
Kyle. I like that. I won't call it Hail Mary, but I guess it is Hail Mary at this point here. You're just going for something goofy and a long catch.
Marco's 20, Missiles 8 here. 6.4 seconds remaining in this first half. Shotgun formation for Nye and the Missiles. Johnson to his right. 1 to the left is Tom Smith. Spencer to his right. As Nye gets a pass. Now going to drop back to pass. Nye rolls out to his right. Just going to look to heave it up. Now he goes back to his left. Nye's got some room to run, but he's got a long ways to go. Nye still breaking tackles. Looking for blocks. Nye across the 30. Oh, there's a horse collar tackle. Where's the flag?
That's a pretty easy one, Kyle.
Boy, they don't know flag.
I'm amazed. That's a
Oh my goodness, that was a clear horse collar tackle. That should have given the Missiles another play there.
that was a definite horse collar. That was clinical.
Nice
that,
scramble,
that
10
was
yards to
textbook horse collar here, and the officials there are huddled up, but I don't think it's going to change the call.
Yeah, I don't believe so, but yeah, that looked to be a clear horse collar tackle, but that's as clear as it gets, but no call. So your score at the half here, Polo 20, Milledgeville 8. As, the Marcos, the swing of the game, the goal line stand, Mac, and then they go 95 yards. Hats off to them there.
That's right. Hats off to the Marcos there. They make the big defensive stand there and march the ball down the field, take it the full length of the field, just methodically taking it down the field, and they punch it in there. So, yeah, that's where we get our score, 20-8.
Yep, they'll go over the first half stats here for the Marcos. Yep, the man of the first half, Brock Salto, 15 carries, 143 yards with 2 touchdowns on the ground, 1 receiving as well. Fernandez, 6 carries for 29 yards. Dewey, 3 carries for 7. Through the air, Salto was just 0 for 2, but Meridian 1 for 1 for 15 yards. And a touchdown. Salto the lone catch for 15 yards and a touchdown. 3 penalties for the Marcos for 25 yards. The Missiles offensively, Micah Tom Smith, 5 carries for 20 yards. Connor Nye, 8 carries for 43 yards and a touchdown. Johnson, 3 carries for 25 yards. Connor Nye just 1 for 2 through the air, 55 yards. That 1 completion coming to Micah Tom Smith. Penalties, a big one for the Missiles that first half. 5 penalties for 50 yards. Boy, that just really hurt the Missiles the whole first half, Mac.
It did. They just, the penalties really kind of bit them at times when they had good momentum there and they just got a penalty, and then it kind of changes your whole strategy, and you've got to try to regain what you lost through that penalty.
So once again, your score at that, Marcos, the Polo 20, Milledgeville 8. Gonna check some area scores here as well before we cut away for the halftime break. Check the NUIC football is still 24-7. Amboy over Flanagan. Dupac 14, Stillman Valley 13, Byron 21, Peotone 0. There's nothing in the Forest and Lena game that I've seen yet.
That's a 2 o'clock game,
2
I
o'clock
believe.
game. Yep, you're right. That's the 2 o'clock start. Most others were 1. So, yep. Anything else to wrap up the first half here, Bank?
Well, work to be done here for the Missiles here, but not such a big mountain. I think they get the ball the first half or to start the second half here, so I think that's going to be huge here. But it's always huge when you're down to get the ball the second half and kind of establish what you're going to do that second half. But the Marcos have really kind of dominated when they needed to.
Yep,
and that
especially
was
at the line of
important.
scrimmage.
When they needed to, they really just asserted themselves and they came up with the big plays. So we got a good game here, but the Marcos definitely dominant, and the Missiles got work to do.
Yep, going to be a big first possession here for the Missiles this second half, which it's always big. That first possession, second half, both ways. The Marcos can get a stop, or can the Missiles get back in the game here? So once again, your score here at the half: Polo 20, Milledgeville 8. We'll be back on your sports leader WCCI after this halftime break. here,
Yeah,
Matt.
I think they're probably going to shoot one right down the middle of the field and see if they can get it to ricochet off somebody. But Missiles ought to get great field position to start the second half here and take advantage of it.
Got to cover it up, though. Allen toes it up. There's the squib kick. And going to go out of bounds. One of these things now, do you take the ball there or you re-kick?
I'm going to take it right there. Special teams always scare me, Kyle. Goofy things happen.
So Coach Robles going to take it there. So you get 5 from that spot, right? That's what they did last week, but it seems like sometimes it's always different. Yep, so it would have been goes out of bounds at the 37, so 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Missiles. Ball on their own 42-yard line. Marco's defense really played well, holding this high-powered Missiles offense that averages 51 points a game to 8 points in that first half.
Well, maybe the Missiles go to the air a little bit, see if they can't loosen things up a little bit for that run game.
I formation as, Tom Smith going to be met in the backfield, and the Marcos are riled up. Salto then brings him down, but I believe it was 56 or 50 made the initial contact, blew that play up. Albano or Monaco, no loss of 2 on that play.
Well, I think the markers are just loading up the box here and saying, Missiles, if you want to run the ball, you're going to have to run it through us here.
Yeah, I believe that was 50 there that blew that play up. Monaco, 2nd down and 12 now for the Missiles. I formation.
7 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage here for the Marcos.
Nye drops back the pass. Gonna air it out to Livingood, and he's got him. Livingood down inside the 40, down near the 36-yard line.
Well, just what the doctor ordered here.
24 yards, Nye to Livingood.
A little spark there from the Missiles here with a nicely thrown ball there by Nye. Just seemed like he sat back in the pocket there and threw a really nice ball.
1st and 10 for the Missiles. Ball just inside the Marco 37-yard line. 11 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Polo 20, Milledgeville 8. Shotgun formation for 9, the Missiles. Johnson split out wide to the left. Nye gonna pull it, keep it up the middle, and gonna fall forward for about 3.
Tackle made by Alex Albano and Nathaniel Ewing. 2-yard gain to play. It's now
2nd down 7 here for the Missiles. Yingling on the stop there for the Marcos. Ball just inside the 40. Or inside the 35, excuse me. Opening possession of the 3rd quarter. Marco scored the last 14 points of the first half to lead here 20-8. Shotgun formation with 2 backs in the backfield with him. Nye takes it, gonna hand it to Johnson. Johnson pushing the pile forward for a gain. About 3. Bring up 3rd and 4, long 4, short 5.
At the 31-yard line, 3rd down and 4.
Well, 4 down territory here. I think this is a great opportunity here for the Missiles to go put it up in the air here.
Yep.
Some little short little pass here, kind of a control pass, maybe a little screen pass. I'm maybe
3rd down
trying
and
to
4.
get into Coach Grenoble's head here, what he might do here.
Yep, double tight end set. Nye just going to keep it. Quarterback run off the right side. It's going to be about a yard short. Going to bring up 4th and 1. Gain of 3.
Well, it's become real obvious to me here. The Marcos aren't going to let Nye beat them with his legs here. He's going to have to earn every yard here. And we know Nye's one of the elite athletes here in the area here, and he's being keyed on by those Marcos.
4th and 1. Ball on the Marco 28-yard line.
Big play here,
huge
Kyle.
play in there. Double tight end set. I formation for Nye and the Missiles. I'm just going quarterback sneak here to Nye. Nye takes a snap, lunges forward, and he's going to have it. Nye picks up 2. The Eagles tush push there a little bit. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Missiles. Ball just outside the 25, about the 25.5-yard line of the Marcos. Under 9 minutes to go here in this 3rd quarter. Nye back under center. Johnson and Spencer Nye in the back, or Tom Smith. I formation behind him. Gonna be a pitch to Tom Smith. Tom Smith off the left side, following his blockers. Short gain on the play. Gonna have about 4 maybe.
Goes out of bounds and about the
Second down and 6. Positive play there. Stay ahead of the chains, Mac.
That's right, exactly.
22-yard line.
I think the Missile done a nice job of trying to spread the field out here. Marco's really just forcing the Missiles to try something different rather than run up the middle between the tackles.
8:32 to go. Second down and 6. Ball on the Marco 22-yard line. Split backfield behind Nye, under center once again. Nye takes the snap. Going to try Johnson. Johnson on the right side, looking for a cut lane, but he's going to be tackled nicely by Yingling there. No gain on that play. Marco defense did a good job stringing that one out, Mac. No hole there for Johnson to run through.
No gain in the play. It's now 3rd down.
So 3rd down and 6. Marco defense really limiting the big plays here for the Missiles, making them earn it, Mac.
Yeah, it's small chunks of yardage here. The Missiles not used to that. They usually become accustomed to that big play offense here, and they just haven't been able to get that going.
3rd down and 6. Ball in the Marco 22. Nye gonna drop back to pass. Gonna be pressured. Now he's gonna tuck it and run. Nye makes one man miss, eludes another. He's down inside the 10. We're gonna have it 1st and goal for the Missiles.
Nice job by Nye recognizing there wasn't a receiver open there, but used his legs there, and that's where he's really, really at his best here is when he can tuck that ball and he becomes a crafty runner.
13 yards for Connor Nye. 1st and 10. 1st and goal for the Missiles. Ball on the Marco 9-yard line. This is where you can't have a penalty, Mac, where they did the last time they were down here.
It's a tough spot. First and goal from the 9. Can't get a first down, but you got 9 yards to get to the end zone.
Shotgun formation for Nye here. Tom Smith and Spencer Nye, wingbacks. Nye gonna take it, and he's gonna be stopped for a short gain, maybe 1. Number 75 there, did a good job. That's clock, no. Gain of 1. 2nd and goal from the 8.
Gain of a yard. It's now 2nd and goal from the 8.
Down under 7 minutes. Clock ticking away here in this 3rd quarter. Very big drive here for the Missiles, trailing 20-8 in this one. Now it comes back to the huddle here. They break. Going to go back under center this time. Johnson and Tom Smith in the backfield, double tight end set. Now under center. Gonna roll to his right. Going to be pressured, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield. That's number 56 there with a quarterback sack. Jacob Monaco. So going to be just a loss of 2. Going to be 3rd and goal from the 10, Mac.
Well, Nye really didn't have much of an opportunity there. After the play action there, he dropped back and really didn't have an opportunity to get his feet set to even throw the ball. So the Marco's really, really providing pressure up front with those.
Yep, the Marco's defense has been kind of bend but don't break here. See if they can get another stop. 3rd and goal for the Missiles, ball on their 10-yard line. Johnson split out to the left. Shotgun formation. Nye, Tom Smith to his right. Nye going to drop back to pass. Nye going to air it out to Livingston, and it's going to be intercepted by Salto. Salto with a big pick there. Boy, they ran like they knew where that play was going back. As Salto jumped the route, and the Marcos stop him again, and it's going to be a touchback. The Marcos will get it out to the 20.
What a first turnover today, and it's a big one. Missiles inside the red zone there and can't convert and turn the ball over, so Marcos take over on the 20.
Big stop once again for the Marcos. Nye going to his favorite target, Salto, or to his favorite target, Living Good. And Salto cut the route and intercepted it right inside the goal line. Huge stop there for the Marcos. Missiles use over half of the quarter and get no points out of it.
Well, now here's an opportunity for the Missile defense here. He needs to rise up and make a play.
Salto, shotgun formation. Take the snap, going to hand to Fernandez. And Fernandez has room. He's going to have a first down and more. Gaping hole there before he's dropped down there by Johnson. A gain of 12 there for Fernandez.
Gain of 12 on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 now for the Marcos from the 32.
1st and 10 for the Marcos. Ball on their own 32-yard line. First and down to 5:23 and counting. Polo leading 20-8. Back-to-back defensive stands for the Marcos the last time. Inside their own 10-yard line, Max, has been huge. Shotgun formation once again for Salto and the Marcos. Salto gonna keep and twisting, breaking tackles. Boy, he almost got out of it. Short gain there, or big gain near first down. He's gonna have it, I do. 10 more for Salto, spinning out of tackles. Spencer and I had to hold on for help to get him down there. 1st and 10 for the Marcos. They're just eating chunks of plays here, Mac.
Yep, eating yardage and eating the clock up here. Under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter here. So the defense here for the Missiles here needs to come up with something here. Either turnover on downs, force a punt, force a turnover.
Yep, Marcos just doing what they want here on the offensive side of the ball and getting big defensive stance. Shotgun formation once again for Salto. Salto gonna keep it. He's swarmed by a host of missiles that time. Gonna be a loss of 2, maybe 3.
Well,
loss of 2.
Nice job by the Missiles smelling that one out there. They sent the blitz, and Salto didn't really have much of a choice here, but just tuck it under. And
yep, that's where you got to be careful. You're sending the house there, something coming out the backside here.
Yeah, and something gets over the top there, and it could be trouble.
First negative play all day for Salto. 2nd down and 12. Ball on their own 40-yard line. Under 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. Salto, shotgun formation, and the Missiles get a big play, and then they give them 5 yards right back. Jumping off sides were the Missiles. So instead of 2nd and 12, and now 2nd and 7. So instead of a 2-yard Salto loss, it turns into a 3-yard gain, Mac. Ball on their own 45-yard line. The clock will continue to run. That's going to be the biggest friend of the Marcos here this second half. 12-point lead nearing the end of this third quarter. Salto shotgun formation. Salto gonna keep it off the left side. Gonna get strung up, turn it nothing into something. Gonna be a gain. And now we got a flag, late flag over there. I'm not sure what the flag's going to be for, Mac. Milledgeville was cheering, but it almost looked like it's against the Missiles in that area.
Yeah, and I think they kind of got tangled up there on the trainer's table.
Now they wave it off.
They pull that up. I think that's a good call there, Kyle, here. Pick that up because I don't think there was any intent there from either side. There's a lot of discussion here from the Polo coaching staff here. Yep. I'm not exactly sure what they're talking about.
So they haven't even moved the ball yet, so it looks like it's going to be a gain of about 3 there for Salto. Going to be about 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4.
And they do pick that flag up, so.
Ball's at the 50-yard line, 3rd down and 2.
Oh, no, yep. Now they're marking it back. Yep, about 3rd and 4. 3rd.
48-yard line.
So, yeah, like Salto just ran, got tangled up, like over top the training table over there. But, yeah, I didn't see nothing late there or what the call was going to be. But they waved it off.
It looked a lot worse than it really was. I think that, like you say, they got tangled in that training table that's probably 3 or 4 yards off the sideline.
3rd and 4 for the Marcos, ball on their own 48-yard line. Salto going to take the snap and going to be short by about 2. Going to be 4th and 2.
Well, big play here on this drive here, and, you know, if you're the defensive coordinator here, Coach Roble.
No doubt the Marcos are going to go for it right here at midfield.
Do you send the house here?
Coach Olsen is thinking about it, but, yeah, I'm no doubt they're going to go for it here. So 4th and 2, ball right at the midfield, 2:44 and counting. Ball right at midfield. Well, I change maybe the call here. So, huge play here. 4th and 2. Salto shotgun formation. Got to believe it's keeping it in his hands here, Mac. Salto gonna keep it off the right, and he's gonna have it, I believe.
Well, depends on the spot here, Kyle. It'll be very important here what the spot is.
Looks like he's got it by about the length of the football.
Or are they going to measure that?
I don't think they're even going to have to, but maybe they will.
Well,
they are going to measure, but yeah, it looks like it's
I
got to
think
by,
he's
by,
gonna have it.
by at least a half a football.
Probably depends on who the guy is that marked the lines.
Yes, yep. Well, if that's the case, they're going to be about a half a football short. But no, looking from up here,
we have a
believe
very
he's
good
gonna have it.
vantage point, and it looks like he's going to be about a half a football. Yeah.
He needed 2, and it looks like he's going to get 2.5, 2 and a little more. It is a first down. So 1st and 10 for the Marcos. Ball on the Missiles 48-yard line. But boy, look at how big those free 5 yards were there, Mac.
Yes, exactly.
So now the Marcos should be able to take it out, wind down this possession into the 4th quarter here as well. The clock continues to wind. We're down to 2 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. 20-8, Polo on top. Shotgun formation for Salto and the Marcos. Oh, now they move. I believe that's going to be on Polo this time.
I believe the Marcos get.
False start against the Marcos will be a
Yep.
5-yard penalty.
So there's free 5 yards there for the Missiles.
So yeah, the Missiles did jump. At that time, they were drawing offsides. So 1st and 15 now, back on the Polo side of the field, back to their 47. I said something needs to spark the Missiles here, Mac. They're just treading water here a little bit. Somebody's got to rise up and make a play here. 1st and 15 for Salto and the Marcos. Salto gonna keep it on a sweep to the right. Salto's got room to run, and boy, he breaks it down inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line.
Brought down by Connor Johnson.
Gain of about 17, and another 1st and 10 here for the Marcos.
Well, probably a touchdown-saving tackle there by Johnson. Saldo there gets to the outside there, and Johnson makes a nice open field tackle. If not for that, he possibly gets 6.
175 yards now officially for Salto. 1st and 10 for the Marcos. Ball inside Missile territory once again, all the way down to the 38-yard line. 1:07 to go here in this 3rd quarter. Missiles have not had an answer for this Marco offense all day. The one time they did, they got flagged for it. Salto shotgun formation. Gonna hand it to Fernandez. Fernandez gain
Fernandez, the ball carrier. Gain of
about
3, tackled
2,
by
maybe
Buster
3
Brown,
yards.
Jacob Brownshickle.
Giving
1st
2.
and 10.
I guess they were a yard short. I guess I thought he had picked up that 1st down, but they were a yard short on that, weren't they, Mac?
Yeah, they were, so that was a 2nd and short there, but it's
So 1st and 10 for the Marcos, now on the 36-yard line.
yeah, under 40 seconds left in the 3rd quarter here, so yes.
Could be the final play of this 3rd quarter, which could feature no scoring here, depending on this last play here. Shotgun formation for Salto and the Marcos. Salto gonna hand it to Fernandez. Fernandez gonna be met after a short gain of 1.
Gain of a yard on the play. Tackled by Bryce McKenna.
And that's gonna do it here. That's gonna take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. After 3, Polo 20, Milledgeville 8. We'll be back on your sports leader WCCI after this 60-second timeout.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Bills Company, a hat brand built on 2 staples, comfort and style, specializing in snapback trucker style caps. Check out the selection or consider customs to build your business at barclaybillsco.com. Don't let the hat rack fool you. There's always room for one more barclaybillsco.com hat. Wishing good luck to all athletes this season.
If you could just keep running Salto, that's not a bad option either. Salto gonna run it up the middle, and he's gonna be met after another gain of 1, be 3rd down and 8.
Tackled by Micah Tom Smith and Bryce McKenna.
So 3rd down and 8.
Ball's now on the 33-yard line.
So 3rd down and 8. Ball on the Missiles 33-yard line. So Missiles need to make a play, Mac. We've been saying that. Nobody has done it here lately.
Well, 4-down territory here again for the Marcos, so this might be another spot here where they maybe take a shot down the field here. If they feel confident, they still can get that 1st down.
Double tight end set, Wildcat formation, shotgun. Salto, Fernandez to his left. Gonna take it, hand it to Fernandez. Fernandez spinning forward. He's gonna be close to a 1st down, and he might have it. Looks like he does. 1st down, Fernandez gets 8. Boy, big carry there. And another new set of downs here. They can burn more clock here. 1st and 10 for the Marcos. Ball at the Missile 25-yard line. Just cannot stop the ground game here, Matt. It's been impressive for the Marcos here.
The Marcos have really just done just what you thought all year. It's pounding ground.
Salto comes back to the huddle. They're going to start burning clock. This is a wise decision. Down to under 10 on the play clock. Salto, shotgun formation. Fernandez to his right. Salto going to hand it. Fernandez, ball's loose, ball's loose. I think Fernandez got back on it, though. And he did.
Well, that could have been disastrous there for the Marcos there to turn the ball over there, but Fernandez did a nice job of just falling on it, realizing retaining possession is way more important than how many yards I get on this play.
Short gain. Half a yard was called. 2nd and 10 there. 2nd and 10 for the Marcos. Ball once again on the 25. Under 10 minutes to go here in this 3rd quarter. 20-8, Polo on top. Shotgun formation once again for Salto. He's going to let the play clock wind down here. Takes a snap, and now got a full start here against the Marcos. 2nd and 15 now, ball on the 30. Reset, 2nd 15, ball on the 30, under 9:30 to go now in this 4th quarter. Marcos get the play call in. Going to have to speed it up here a little bit as they get to the huddle with 10 seconds to go, but they should have time to get this one off. On to 5, shotgun formation. Salto gonna run it to his right and gonna be met in the backfield there for a loss. Tom Smith, the first one there. Gonna be a loss of about 3 more.
Well, nice stand here that Missiles have done here, but 3rd and long here. Another big play here on this drive here for the Marcos.
3rd down and 18.
So 3rd down and 18 for the Marcos. Ball on the Missile 33-yard line. Meridian in. Now they're going to put Salto in at wide receiver, it looks like, Mac.
Yeah, this is kind of a new look they bring at it.
Play clock down to 20, so plenty of time to get this one off yet. Meridian going to take the snap. Dewey out to the left. Salto in the slot here. Fernandez in the shot next to Meridian. Meridian gonna drop back to pass. Meridian gonna scramble. Now he's gonna be sacked in the backfield, I do believe, but we got another flag. We got a hold on the Missiles again. So it would have been 4th and 18, and we got Laundry on the field again that's gonna give the Marcos a 1st down, I believe. Every key play here has been a flag on the Missiles.
Early against the Missiles.
Missiles saying they're running a pick route there.
Exactly here, and they put Salto there in the slot there, and I was watching the ball, and so I didn't even see what was going on here on the side, but.
So yeah, it would have been 4th and about 20 after another sack gets wiped off the board here.
3rd down and 8.
The Marcos coach is in the ear of the sideline official, and a flag comes out. So 1st and 10 for the Marcos, ball on the Missile 23-yard line. No, not an automatic first, though, I guess, Mac.
No, still here an opportunity here for the Missiles to rise up defensively.
So got a 3rd and 8, ball on the 23-yard line. Shotgun formation for Salto and the Marcos. Fernandez to his right. Gonna fake it to Dewey. Now he looks to throw it. He's got a man wide open. Brooks has got it for a touchdown. The Marcos fooled everybody. Salto finding Brooks, and that might be the icing on the cake there. 23 yards, Salto to Brooks for the touchdown. His first completion of the game. Brooks has not many receptions on the year, snuck out of the backfield. And that's what I said earlier, Mac. When you start bringing everybody after Salto, you sneak somebody out.
You get one over the top there, and Brooks was wide open there and just walked into the end zone.
26-8 now, the Marcos on top. 2-point conversion with 7:46 to go in this 4th quarter. Salto, shotgun formation. Take it, rolls to his left, gonna throw it, and conversion good to Dewey. 7:46 to go in the ball game. Marcos 28, Milledgeville 8. We'll be back in 60 seconds on your sports leader, WCCI.
7 minutes, 46 seconds.
Welcome back here to Floyd Dobb Field. Squib kick going to be received by McKenna about his 35-yard line. Looking for a blocker. Got some room up the right side near the 50-yard line, about the 48, 49 maybe. Where the Missiles will have 1st and 10, ball on their own 49-yard line. So, yep, Missiles going to have to go quick here, Mac, but time is running out on them. The Marcos defense has just stymied the Missiles once they get inside the 10. That's been the bug, the issues.
2 red zone opportunities there and just couldn't get anything out of them. So the only points there on our first drive of the game for the Missiles.
Nice shotgun formation. Going to go quick to Micah Tom-Smith. He's not going to get anywhere. Caught by Salto, and it's going to be a loss of about 3.
Going to be 2nd down and 12.
Salto the first one on the stop here. 7:23 and counting in this 4th quarter. It's been all Marcos here. 28-8 on top of the Missiles. Nice shotgun formation, drops back. Gonna air it out deep to Johnson. It's through his hands, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. Now 3rd down.
So 3rd down and 12 now for the Missiles. As now you can see the Missiles just out of rhythm, Mac.
Yeah, exactly. And here in the Missiles here, just a little bit of desperation. You feel that kind of here offensively. They just feel like they need to get a couple quick scores.
It's 3rd and 13, 7:10 to go in this 4th quarter. Now he breaks the huddle. Looks like they go 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Nice shotgun snap, drops back. Gonna look to McKenna. McKenna's got it. Fighting for a 1st down, but gonna be just short. Gonna bring up 4th down. And about 2, Mac. gain of 10.
Yeah, it was going to be too short here. So 4th and 2. Ball rests on the 44.
Yep, clock stops, out of bounds, 7:03 here to go. 4th down and 2, ball on the Marco 44-yard line. Don't need a home run here, just need at least 2 yards.
Move the chains here.
I formation, Nye and Johnson in the backfield. Nye under center. Be a pitch to Johnson. Johnson's going to have the first down inside the 40, down to about the 37-yard line. Gain of about 6 there for Connor Johnson.
6 or 7 on the play. It's going to be 1st and 10 missiles from the
under 7 minutes to go. 1st and 10, ball on the Marco 37-yard line. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Now gets a snap, drops back to pass. Gonna be pressured. Now gonna look to make something out of nothing, maybe with his legs. Still scrambling. Gonna throw it up to McKenna, and it's through his hands, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. It's now 2nd down.
It's like the Marcos, they only rushed 2 that time. Mac had all kinds of time, but couldn't find. He did find somebody open, then McKenna couldn't come up with it. 6:33 to go in the ball game.
Well, the good news is the clock stops on that incomplete pass, but the bad news is they got no yardage. So 2nd and 10. Ball on the 42, Marco 42.
62-7, Amboy on top of Flanagan. Dupek 35, Stillman Valley 19. 2nd and 10 for the Missiles. Shotgun formation for Nye. 3 to the left. Nye drops back to pass. Looking for help. Still looking for help. Nye still scrambling. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Nye's got some room. He's down inside the 30. Going to be tackled there by Lowry after a gain of 9, close to 10. It's 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Polo doing a great job in coverage.
Yeah, and I think the linemen are
easier to do when they know you're going to pass, too.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the linemen are told here, just contain Nye and just keep him in the pocket.
Nye, shotgun formation, 3rd and 1. Airs it out. Now he scrambles. Going to have a first down. He's down inside the 20, down to about the 17.
Nye, ball carrier, tackled by Gage Ziegler.
Gain of 10 more for Connor Nye on the ground there. 1st and 10 for the Missiles. Ball on the 18-yard line of the Marcos. Got to go quick. Clock continues to run. We're under 6 minutes to go, 5:45 and counting. Shotgun formation once again for Nye. He takes the snap, drops back to pass, throws it to Tom Smith. Tom Smith gets a caught inside, down near the 6-yard line, it looks like, down near the 4. Be 1st and goal for the Missiles, Mac. They've been here before, but unable to convert.
Yeah,
Gain of 14 there.
Missiles knocking on the door again here. Great opportunity to score, but
1st and goal, ball on the 4-yard line. I formation for Nye and the Missiles. Nye drops back to pass. And he throws it and it's picked off. Nye tried to lob it over Mike and Tom Smith, and Brooks with the interception. Somebody is supposed to leak out the backside. Nye tried to float it over the head of the defender, and Brooks jumped up and snagged it.
Oh, great job there by Brooks there, kind of smelling that out, that was going to be a little flip there to Micah Tom Smith there, and turnover there.
So the Marcos, for the 3rd time, Mac, stop the Missiles on a goal-to-go opportunity. That's the story of the ball game.
You're right. You're exactly right. It just jumps right off the stat page there that the Missiles get inside the red zone and just can't convert.
1st and 10 for the Marcos. Ball on their own 12-yard line now. Interception by Brooks. Salto. The Marcos just look to run this one out. Salto running with power, looking to break it. He's still scrambling. He's across the 35 to the 40, down to the 42-yard line. Gain of 30 more there for Salto and the Marcos. Over 200 yards now on the day, Mac.
Yeah, that's unbelievable there from a quarterback there.
Down to under 5 minutes to go. 1st and 10 for the Marcos. Ball on their own 42-yard line. Shotgun formation for Salto and the Marcos. Fernandez to his right. Their player short, so the Marcos will take a timeout here. 4:42 to go in the ballgame. Polo 28, Milledgeville 8. We'll be back in 30 seconds on your sports leader WCCI.
Sports Corner at 124. Macomb's original local sports bar is the Sports Corner at 124 with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. The watering hole in downtown Augusta is open and says good luck all area teams this season. Stop in for a cold drink Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 1 a.m. with happy hour 4 to 6. Then Saturday, 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. You can watch the game there today. If you aren't there, get there. And Sunday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Watering Hole says good luck to all area teams.
1st and 10 for the Marcos. Ball on their own 42-yard line. Marcos 4:42 away from advancing to another semifinal game next week. It'll be in Polo, where they will host the Amboy Clippers. Salto doesn't realize he doesn't have to use the play clock coming out of the timeout. Now he does go. Salto double secures the ball, just running through tackles. He's going to have 12 more. Well, you can see Salto really wrapping that ball up, Matt.
Yeah,
just running 2 hands over the ball, just ball security.
He knows the missiles are going to come after that ball there, and yes, you're right. He's going to put 2 hands on that ball as he's going down.
1st and 10 for the Marcos. Ball inside missile territory at the 47-yard line. 4:25 and counting. Marcos just looking to run the clock out here. About 1 or 2 first downs away from doing that. 3 times they've stopped the missiles where they had goal-to-go situations. In a 3-score game, that's a huge difference there, Mac. And the missiles haven't had an answer for Salto all day.
No, they haven't. He's really willed his way for the Marcos here and helped him.
Same thing he did against West Central last year. He's going to have to do it one more time next week against Amboy. Salto running through, breaking tackles. He's down inside the 30. He's going to have
1st and 10 from the 30.
17 more yards there for Salto. And now it looks like a little bit with the effort out there, the missiles players are starting to sink in here a little bit, Mac, because the effort is not real great at the moment.
Yeah, the reality of what's going on here, and the Marcos have in full control here, and just a matter of time here until the end result.
1st and 10 for the Marcos. Ball on the missile 30-yard line. Under 8 to snap here. Marcos hustle to the line. Shotgun formation once again for Polo. Gonna hand it to Fernandez. Going to be tackled there. Promising the first to make contact. McKenna cleaned it up. Gain of 1 there for Fernandez.
Gain of a yard, it's 2nd and 9.
2nd down and 9. Ball inside the missile 30-yard line. Under 3 minutes to go down the ball game. Flanagan was all over, falling to Amboy there. Last check, 62-7, 16-6 last score up in Lena. 22-6 now Lee win over Forston. Shotgun formation forward, Salto. Dewey goes in motion. Dewey going to take the handoff. And met in the backfield trying to get out of it, but he cannot. Tackled by McKenna and Raymond. Loss of about 2 on the play there for Dewey.
It's going to be 3rd down and 11 from 31.
Be 3rd down and 11 here for the Marcos. Ball in the missile 31-yard line, 2:20 and counting. So missiles still do have their 3 timeouts, but yeah, it's all for naught now in a 3-score game. Said 1 more Marco first down, they'll be able to kneel it out here. But 3rd and 11 here for the Marcos. Just a complete game here by the Marcos, offense and defensive.
Agreed. Marcos, hats off to them. They come in here and really executed their game plan here, and Salto is he's quite a load to handle here, and
Salto's going to gain about 6 more. Be 4th and 5 here. It's 27 carries, 238 yards for Salto. So down to 1:30 to go. 4th and 5 here for the Marcos.
I almost wonder here, are they looking to maybe take a timeout here? The Marcos here, they really don't look like they're too quick to get a play in.
Probably just going to take it down and take a timeout like you said there, Mac. Let the play clock go all the way to 1 and take a timeout. So with that, timeout Polo. So with that, we'll be right back on your Sports Leader WCCI after this 30-second timeout. Fourth and 5 for the Marcos. Salto shotgun formation. Fernandez in the backfield with him. Dewey goes in motion. Gonna fake it to him, give it to Fernandez. Missiles are gonna stop him short. Fernandez is gonna gain about 2 yards. The Missiles will force a turnover on downs here. So 1st and 10 for the Missiles. Ball on their own 22-yard line with 57 seconds remaining. First time the Marcos offense has been stopped all day here, Mac.
Yeah, the Marcos
being very conservative there as well.
Yeah, the Marcos just did a tremendous job offensively here, pushing their game plan here, and it's worked very, very well. The Missiles just haven't had anything to counter it. So I think hats off to both teams here. Unfortunately, this is one of those games somebody has to lose, but both two quality teams here. I know the score's not going to indicate that, but
shotgun formation for 9, the Missiles. 9 drops back to pass. Gonna air it out deep, looking for Tom Smith, and it's off the helmet of Salto, trying to make that play. Lunging for it, couldn't come up with it. Be 2nd and 10 here. Down to the final 51 seconds. Like I said, Amboy will travel to Polo next week in one of the semifinals. I believe Rock Ridge was defeating the 1 seed St. Thomas More. I believe that state champion is going to come out of that game next week between Amboy and Polo, Mac.
That's one to a 10, because yes, you're exactly right. That would be your odds-on favorite to win the state.
9 on the quarterback run, no gain on the play.
No gain on the play.
And yep, they're gonna have to run one more play here. 3rd and 10 for the Missiles. So that was game week 9 in Amboy, but I believe the Marcos lost that one handily like they did to the Missiles earlier, but I would not count out Salto and the Marcos in that one. And they lost that one 52-6 week 9 at Amboy, Mac, but I anticipate that's going to be closer
this time.
Yeah, I think
the Marcos are a different team than they probably were at that point in the season.
Heaves it up, and it's going to be caught by Johnson down inside the 25-yard line of the Marcos.
Inside the 25-yard line.
So one more play here, under 10 seconds left.
53 yards. To Johnson, his first catch of the ball game. Out of bounds with 9.2 seconds to go. 1st and 10 for the Missiles. Ball on the Marco 25-yard line. Shotgun formation. 2 to the right, 2 to the left here. Time for 1, maybe 2 plays here. Drops back. Looks to air it out. Still holding it. So this is going to be the final play. Nye looking for somebody. Now he's just going to tuck it and run. Nye inside the 20, down inside the 10. Gets a block from Tom Smith, and he takes it in for a touchdown, but we got a flag on the play. Going to have a blindside block here maybe on the Missiles, Mac, as Nye scrambles 25 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the call is here, but yeah, that's what it obviously looks like.
Blindside block on the missiles. So that should do it. I think they don't have to run another play as it'll be an offensive penalty. Nye scores 25 yards, but wipe that one off. And that's going to be it. Your final here from Floyd Dobb Field. Polo 28, Milledgeville 8. Go over the stats here first for the missiles here in this one. Tom Smith, 7 carries for 22 yards. Connor Nye, 17 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown. Johnson, 6 carries for 34. Through the air, Connor Nye, 6 for 12, 153 yards with 2 interceptions. Receiving, Johnson, 1 for 53. Tom Smith, 2 for 69. McKenna, 1 for 10. Livingood, 1 for 24. For the Marcos here today, the man of the day, Brock Salto, 27 carries, 238 yards, and 2 touchdowns rushing, as well as a receiving touchdown. Salto through the air, just 1 for 3 for 23 yards, but that one being a 23-yarder touchdown pass to Brooks. Meridian was 1 for 15 yards and a touchdown, and Salto had 15 yards receiving as well. As the missiles close out the year at 9-2, the Marcos improved to 9-2, and next week, Mac, they will be at home hosting Amboy. That should be another good one.
That should be a dandy. That should be a dandy. Obviously, Amboy comes in as the powerhouse there, but I think this Marco team has really changed and evolved as the season's gone on here, as we've seen today. It's a different team than the Missiles played earlier in the season, and the Missiles, hats off to them. What a fantastic season. I know it's not the way they wanted to end it here, but 9-2, should be proud of a 9-2 season. It's just unfortunate that you have to walk away in the playoffs here with no football next week. And so, you know, hats off to the seniors, what they've carried, and the juniors and underclassmen have an opportunity to carry the torch next year a little bit farther.
Yep, congratulations to Coach Roble and the Missiles on another good year. But, yeah, just can't get past the second-round bug here. Has bit them again this year. But, yeah, Polo just played a great game here today, offensive, defensively. So hats off to the Marcos, and we wish them luck next week. As, if you're a fan of 8-man football, be at Polo. Next Saturday as they host Amboy. It's a little reminiscent of last year. It's not many people are going to give them a shot against Amboy, but boy, not many people gave them a shot last year against West Central, and they went toe-to-toe with them. I expect the same there next week in Polo.
Brock Soto is such an X factor. He's hard to. He's going to be one of the best athletes on the field there, and if you don't contain him, he just kind of does it all through the air with his legs, receiving. He does it on both sides of the ball as well. So he's a fun athlete to watch.
Yep. So that's going to wrap up our coverage here on WCCI, your area sports leader from your area sports leader. It's going to wrap up our football coverage, I believe, this season. So thanks for joining me once again, Mac. It was a pleasure as always.
It always is. It was a pleasure, and I guess we get the round ball out now and we get away from the football. So
yep, basketball season will be here shortly. Yep. But, next week, if you're in the area, or like I said, I would go to Polo next week. That should be a fun one between Polo and Amboy, with a winner of that going to the state championship in Monmouth the next Friday.
That's a great opportunity. Polo's been there. They've been down the path, and they have a lot to be proud of, and they've really created a great legacy here. Milledgeville as well has created a legacy here, but unfortunately these are the games that you got to get through somehow, some way.
All right, once again, that's going to wrap up our coverage from Floyd Dobb Field. Your final, Polo 28, Milledgeville 8. I'd like to thank Ashley back running the board here, our engineer this afternoon. For Mark McNamara, I'm Kyle Leach. Thank you for joining us, and have a great afternoon. Welcome back here to Floyd Dobb Field. Here, Kyle Leach on the post-game coverage on our YouTube channel here, joined by head coach of the Milledgeville Missiles, Jason Roble. And Coach, man, for the third time in a row here, we've had this talk at the end of the quarterfinal matchup. Just
not a fun one to have.
It's my least favorite conversation every year with you, but the Missiles come up short today to the Polo Marcos, their big rival here, 28-8. Great atmosphere, great weather here today. Was back and forth early, but just some big turnovers on downs and some turnovers there, Coach. The over three there, your last 3 trips into the red zone, not able to come up with any points. Just talk about the game as it went on here today, Coach.
Yeah, I told the kids before the game one of the big things was going to be turnovers, winning the turnover battle and winning the battle of penalties. And unfortunately, between those two things and just Brock Salto's elevated play, we just couldn't get it done today. I never thought our offense would be held to 8 points, and so my hat's off to them defensively. But it's also hard to score when it seems like Polo just ate the clock and ate the clock and ate the clock. I think I don't know how many possessions we have, but it only feels like 4 or 5 maybe. And we didn't move the ball. We would just sputter and timely penalty. Turnover, just stuff like that, and you can't. I've been telling the guys you can't do that kind of stuff in the playoffs, and we did it still. And as great as the atmosphere was, and as great as the day was, obviously it wasn't the outcome we wanted, despite being such a great atmosphere and a beautiful day for football.
Yep, it was. Brock Salto, that kid, he is lightning in a bottle. Like I said, he's faster than he looks. He's more elusive than he looks. Like that kid. I'm going to enjoy not calling another one of his games, which is a hats off to him. I like the kid, and he's phenomenal. But there's regular season Brock, and then there's postseason Brock.
I know at the end of our Week 3 game, I said to him, I'm so glad I don't have to be a sidelines across from you. And he sort of smirked and said, maybe the playoffs. And in the moment, I was like, that's probably not going to happen. But then here we are, and we talked all week that kid, and the Polo whole team rallies around him. He just takes over a game in the playoffs, and all they do is win in the playoffs. I told the kids at halftime, I said, Polo's been in the semifinals every single time in 8-man. We've never been there, and yet they're playing like they want it more. And so, that's tough. But he's one of those kids that you see every couple of years from one of your opponents. They just have a real special player, and he's one of those kids.
Yep, and we'll take a little bit next week. They host Amboy now in Polo. They'll host that now that Amboy's had 2 home games, and it's going to take another special performance out of Brock Salto in that one as well.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely
But
is.
I'm not going to count him out. Like I said, last year kind of West Central. Nobody gave him a shot in the semifinals, and he almost willed them to that one. But Amboy's awful good in the real deal as well. That should be a fun one next week in Polo.
Yeah, it should be. I think, they have that effort again, and, Amboy obviously I think is going to be favored, but we were favored here tonight, or this afternoon, excuse me, and they get into the playoffs and they're a different animal. We got to. That was my message to the kids after the game. It's one of those things. Coach Daughtine says in practice a lot. You're either going to have the pain of preparation, running that hill over there, running hundreds, lifting weights. You're either going to have that pain, or you're going to have the pain of defeat. And today we had the pain of defeat, and the young kids, if they don't want to feel this feeling anymore, they got to make sure that they put the work in the off-season when no one's looking. That's what's going to take to get there, and obviously Polo knows that better than anybody, that you got to find a new gear in the playoffs, and we haven't been able to do that, unfortunately.
Yep, we'll just give you a moment to talk about your seniors here. I believe 7 seniors on the roster, but 3 straight playoff appearances. I know it's not the outcome they wanted today. They're disappointed, but 3 straight postseasons in the 8-man football. They've been leaders, just good young men on and off the field. But just talk about that group as a whole here and what they've meant, and something that's probably ever been done in Missile football history. I'm not sure they've gone 3 straight times to the playoffs. I'd have to hit the record books to see your coach talk to Cal, but I'm willing to bet it's maybe the first time that's happened. But just like I said, to continue the momentum and to provide leadership to the younger kids coming up here.
Yeah, the seniors this year, you have Bryce McKenna and Connor Nye and Bruce Raymond, Jacob Promenschenkel, Wyatt Miners, Cy Dotson, Peyton Sipperly, and did I get everybody? I think I
believe
did.
so, yep. Cy Dotson, Bruce Raymond, Peyton Sipperly, Wyatt Miners, Jacob Promenschinkel, Connor Nye, and Bryce McKenna.
Yes, so those guys, they were great leaders this year. It was fun, fun season with those guys. Connor Nye, obviously, he's one of those players that you don't get very often. You just got to appreciate. There's so many times watching film or even on the sidelines, you're just shocked at the play he makes. And the rest of the kids around him, the other seniors, they worked hard as well in the off season. Bruce Raymond, he was battling. His shoulder popped out like twice today, and he just kept fighting. And Wyatt Miners, man, you talk about a kid who's undersized, and he just plays his heart out. Jacob Promenschinkel, his finger was all sideways today, and he just popped back in there and kept playing. So then you have a kid like Cy Dotson, it's just so happy he's on the football field after what he went through last year. And, I feel like Peyton Sipperly. I wish he was a kid. You always have kids that come out as a senior, and you're like, oh, man, I wish you would have had him the whole time. And he's one of those kids that you wish you had the whole 4 years. So a lot of these guys, you're going to miss them. You can't replace seniors. You can just hope to find some kids to fill holes. It's hard to replace some of these guys, but I think we still have some nice players coming back. We just got to, in the offseason, lick our wounds and figure some things out and figure out how to take the next step. That's the big thing. We got to figure out how to take that next step.
Yep, losing some key seniors, but like you said, several key pieces coming back. A very talented sophomore group. I know you'd like a few more out. Something that we try to get a few more players out in the program. But we'll mention another player that we're going to give the post-game, the player of the game to Landon Frederick as well this year. Another kid that unable to dress or play this year. He was part of the team all year. You mentioned Cy Dotson, but yeah, I know today we're disappointed. You guys lost a game, but in the grand scheme of things, those two kids still being here, that's what's most important.
Yeah, excuse me. You're exactly right. That's hard to say. Excuse me a second. You're reminded sometimes that this is just a game, and having those two guys around meant a lot this year. So, sorry, I apologize, but you're exactly right. Just having I see him over there, and Landon, I know he was a couple weeks ago. I said, you never know when your last play is going to come, and that hit him hard. He was around all summer, hoping to strap it up, and unfortunately, he didn't get cleared. So it's great to have those guys on the sidelines, and all these emotions coming out at the end, and I apologize, but special season, special guys.
Yeah, like I said, somebody had a picture of those two last week. I think Landon dressed for the first time last game, which I didn't know it. I would have hit him up for the player of the game then, but somebody posted a picture of those two, 72 and 80, and I was just like, man, it's so much better seeing 72 and 80 on the field than up on the hill.
Exactly.
Like last year.
Oh, yeah, but Landon said, hey, can I dress if I just, put the stuff on, be in the uniform? And I told him he could maybe do that from the beginning of the year. But he's like, that might be too hard.
Yeah.
That might be too hard. But he asked me last week, he's like, hey, can I do this? And he's like, then he kept begging to go in, and, he didn't have doctor's clearance for that. And so we had to, pump the brakes on that. But it was great to have him in uniform. He did it, unbeknownst to me, last Thursday practice. We're running, pregame practice, and it was pretty chilly out that night. And he's in a hoodie and his pads, and all of a sudden he was deep catching the punt. And someone catches the punt, and I'm like, man, who is that? I don't recognize that. And all the guys are laughing like it was Landon. He just jumped in there without me even knowing. He grabbed some of the guys' gear, and he has the itch, and he just wants to play. But unfortunately, I don't think that's in the cards for him.
Yeah, he would have been a really nice piece, but like I said, the most important thing is those two boys are there. It would have been hard for him dressed every week not to sneak in.
Oh, yeah, it would.
It would have been hard for you to keep him off the field there.
It would have been, because he was begging after a quarter. He would have been in my ear all season long. But, yeah, this is a game that pulls a lot of emotions out of you. Seniors always in tears after the game. That's always a hard part of being a head coach, seeing those heartbroken eyes. And but at the end of the day, you're right. It's a game. and it's great to have two kids that last year were in a hospital at this point in time, here suited up and on the sidelines.
Yep, like I said, we appreciate those two boys and that they're back here with us as well. Like you said, the several guys returning. Mike and Tom Smith, Dalton Adamek, those are going to be your two senior leaders next year. Expect them to lead the way, but Connor Nye, Connor Johnson, Carter Livingood, I think that kid's just tapping into his potential.
Yep.
Spencer Nye as well. So the future is bright here, but would like a few more. But, brighter days ahead here for the football program, I think, too, Coach.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope the kids, like I said, I hope they took my message to heart. And I post my pre-game speech or my, end of the game speech yesterday in the walkthrough is the thing about football is there's very few things in life that just goes cold turkey. And unfortunately, high school football, is one of those things. A lot of you, if you're a basketball player, you can play a 3-on-3, and if you're a soft baseball player, you can always play co-ed softball. It's not the same, but in football, once it's done, it's done. And that was my message. And I said, if I could get you to really understand what it's like when it's done, you guys would be playing not to end your season end. And I thought Polo. They had a chance. They definitely are a team that we knew that we had to take serious. I didn't think necessarily we'd be saying bye to my seniors today, but that's what playoff football is. You just never know. You got to bring your A game, and if you don't, you go home, and that was the story of the day.
Yep, so your team wraps up 9-2 on the year. We'll just talk a little bit about my 8-man going forward. So like I said, 3 straight years, and we get a new team. I know at least one, West Carroll, joining the ranks of 8-man next year. So we'll have another local team, county rival, the West Carroll Thunder. Talk about them joining it, and what needs to improve the product here in 8-man football to make it even a little better. I've really enjoyed it, but what's the next steps 8-man football can do?
Yeah, I think one, if we just keep expanding teams, just the more depth we get and the more teams we see, that's going to help us out. And I think if hopefully some West Carroll fans came over today and watched this and see what they're getting into, because it's a fun game. There's definitely some subtle differences. But you come in and watch a game, and it comes down to blocking and tackling, just like everything else. And it's great to have another local team. So I think it's growing. I've heard rumors that we're going to have a pretty nice influx of teams this year. Nothing on paper or anything, but an influx of teams is really going to help things. I continue, I think, to improve the playoff system, and I think it's a great system. One thing I love about it is that it's 1 through 16.
No north and south.
Yep, no north and south, and that's great. We got to continue that, I think, as an 8-man league, and it'd be nice to if we could somehow make it so that maybe we could share the stage with I8FA at the state series. But I've heard from every coach that has attended the state championship game at Monmouth that it's a really good atmosphere for 8-man, and they do a heck of a job. Monmouth College does so. It's been a fun transition for us, and it's been a great fit. And I encourage schools that that are 11-man and they're maybe struggling with numbers. That's why it exists. To consider it, because I don't think you could come to one of these games and say this isn't real football, because it was hard hitting, a lot of great action, a lot of great players on this field, and if we just had a few more numbers, it just comes down to a numbers game. Having, I don't know what we had on the sidelines today, 22, something like that. It's pretty hard to maintain an 11-man program with that.
Yeah, like I said, any of those coaches that are they're thinking about low numbers, like I said, give you a call, give one of the other coaches in the league a call. Like I said, just it is a fun game, and especially for teams the size of us. Like I said, it's only 22, 25 players, whatever you are in there. But you can actually have a full functioning varsity team. Yeah,
and then get some JV games on top of it, and have some practices that are competitive. We were pretty thin a couple times this week. We had some sicknesses going through the kids. And there was a few times this week we had 4 or 5 kids gone, and I was like, oh, it felt like our sideline was real thin. An 8-man, I couldn't imagine trying to field an 11-man team when we had a bunch of sicknesses going on. So it's a fun game and a good fit, and I'm glad it's an option for small schools to maintain their identity. And days like this really remind you that 2 small-town rivals playing a heck of a football game in the playoffs.
Yep, well, congratulations, Coach. Thanks for jumping on here with me. As I know, not the outcome you wanted today, but congratulations on a good year. You finish up 9-2, And like I said, just hats off to you and your staff. You guys have done a great job with this program here, and you're not only a great football coach, a great role model and leader for these young men here, Coach. So I just appreciate everything you do and your staff. So thanks for joining me here, Coach.
Thanks so much. That means a lot. And again, thank you guys all year for all you've done. I know making long trips and sitting up here when it's broiling hot in the press box, and this coverage is really awesome. It's a great thing. I can't say that enough to Brooks and everybody who does it. It's the kids love it. I know they like to watch it even sometimes more than huddle, because they get the commentary there. So thanks for everything done. Thanks to you for all Missile football and all Missile sports. And it was a fun season with you guys every week after the game.
All right, that's head coach of the Milledgeville Missiles, Jason Rowell. It's going to wrap up our coverage. I'd like to thank everybody from Brooks Wilkinson, our engineer here today, the main executive producer, engineer, whatever fancy title you want to give him, as well as Caden Van Dyke running the camera as well. It's going to wrap up our season of Missile football here on the YouTube channel. So I'd like to thank our sponsors here one more time as well. Let's get that list out. Go from WCCI, and those are the Milledgeville State Bank, the Millville Tavern, Selman Electric, Gibbs Drywall, Bushman Service, Simply Mouse Vacations by Ashley, and Ruby's Coffee Coach. So that's going to do it here for our coverage of Missile football. Thank you for listening, and have a great afternoon.